Yeah, open the window.
Come on, what the hell are you doing?
Oh!
Oh my God,
Music cold!
Yo, shut up, brother. What's wrong with you, dog? Yo! Yo, shut up, man.
Miss, I have one.
If you notice our blue line is different now, so you can't sit there. Pull it out. No, you're good. I was talking to Tracy PR.
What the fuck?
Yeah, stop cursing. Good morning. Let's get started because the computers made us be a little late today. Okay. So, come here. So, Nayeli, this is one morning. Yambier, this is one morning for you. Marvelous. So, today we're going to talk about an allergy and what they are. And what's actually funny is Kamar is hot, so he's using a book right now to cool himself off. But what is the title of that book? Allergies. Wow, look at that, Kamar. Cool. So, allergies, right? Let's just look at this picture for a minute. Everybody look at this picture. Katerina, looking at the picture. Diana, looking at the picture. This way, we're looking at the picture, which is up here. Careful, do not turn my thing off. Yes, this part too. Very careful. So, the question that I'm going to ask you next has to do with this picture. So again, Katerina, looking at the picture. Everyone looking at the picture. Okay? Alright, next. So, raise your hand if you've ever had an allergy. Wow, that's not very many. Tracy, you've never had allergy? Oh, Gary, you've never had allergy? No? So, Josue is saying kiwi. Why are you saying kiwi, Josue?
Because I ate kiwi and I had like
So, Katerina,
mouth
this is one morning, and Amber, this is one morning. We're listening to Josue.
and I honestly
So, again, Josue is the one speaking right now. So what happened when you ate the kiwi?
I had like a little around my mouth. I had like hives. Yeah, and I was sneezing too much,
This is your second warning. One more and you have to move your seat.
and I couldn't breathe.
Right. So those are things that happen when you have allergies. Let's look at the next question. So, well, let's make a list of some common allergies. So Josue, this is Mark. Josue said he's allergic to kiwi.
Perfume.
I am allergic to strawberries. What are some? We can say these are foods.
Peanut.
Peanuts. What'd you say, Karina?
Flowers.
Fish. So, Teresa. Raise your hand back. Flowers or pollen? Yes. Are we raising raising your hand, Javier.
Cheese.
Yes.
Say Gina. Meat. Meat.
Who's allergic to meat?
I am.
Kasha. Cats. And dogs, right? Joseph, this is one more than
Aquí hay que la areja, lo bate lo mismo.
Muchas gracias.
No, yo digo aquí.
Birds. Birds.
It's not corn.
How do you
Birds.
Yeah.
Bees.
Bees, yes.
Yo, that one is
I'm allergic to bees.
I Alright, so Ashley. Okay. Dust. Dust is what happens when you don't clean for a while and just see stuff on the table and you go like this and you can see your fingerprint.
That's what it is.
So,
Y yo fui que de tierra.
Tú le dijiste tierra.
No fue.
Te estoy diciendo, coño. ¿Qué?
No,
¿Qué puede ser tierra?
just like I appreciate what you're doing, but let's do it in a nicer way next time, okay? So, right, these are some common things that cause allergies. When we get allergies to these things, what happens to us? What we saw in that picture in the first page, what was she doing? Ashley, she sneezed. Teresa, what did you say? Itchy. Laura?
Problem with breathing.
Yeah, sometimes your throat might get a little swollen, so you can't breathe that well. They stop breathing. That's a very serious allergy. Swollen. They get red and swollen.
Eyes.
They get what?
Eyes.
Like their eyes start to water and get really red and itchy.
Sometimes the ear get
Your ears get clogged and you can't really hear. Good. So, Katarina, this is your third warning, so let's move your seat. Bring a chair up here, and you'll sit right here. Yep, third warning. Come up here. Bring a chair.
Pate, Caterina.
So, bring a chair up here. If you refuse to move, then it'll be a behavioral function. So, now that we talked about allergies and some common allergies, what do we think an allergen is with an N on the end? Teresa.
What gives you the allergy?
So an allergen is what causes that reaction, right? So the allergen for Josue would be kiwi. The allergen for Teresa would be a bee, right? Those are allergens. Joseph, this is your second warning. This is not an opportunity.
Quick warning ella me daba, me dice mi second warning, it's my first warning.
Your first is when you were talking to Nelson.
¿Y cuando yo hablo con Nelson? Está loca, o tú te
We are now going to look at Zoha's definition of allergen and compare it to what Teresa just said. Teresa said an allergen is what causes the allergy, right? Zoha said a substance that causes an allergic reaction. So pretty much the same thing, right? Except she said a substance, right? So an allergen is anything that causes your body to get an allergic reaction. Allergy, Zoha says, is a physical response to an antigen, which can be a common substance that produces little or no response to the general population. So Zoha, where did you get these definitions from? The book, which one? The parrot one or the cheetah one? The cheetah one, right? So if you want to learn more about allergens, right, we can ask Zoha, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind showing you where in the book she found it. Also, Kamar, again, has a book about allergies in his hand right now. So let's look a little bit deeper though. So this might be a little hard to read, so I'm going to read some parts of it out loud to you.
Who's that?
So this is Sanjita's work, right? Yes. So she starts out by saying allergies are immune responses to antigens. So what are antigens? Do you remember what they are?
I know.
So a bacteria or a virus is a pathogen, and on the pathogen there are antigens. Remember, antigens are like the ID cards or the name tags of the pathogen. So anything that's not normal in your body, it has these little things that stick out on it, right? So this is a bacteria, and it's gonna have these things that stick out on it and make it unique.
Fluffy?
These things are called an antigen. Okay? So, Fungi is saying allergies are immune responses to antigens. So it's not the thing that gets inside your body, it's not this, it's the antigen, the part that sticks out of it that causes your allergy to happen. She says to which most people do not react. So when I asked you in the beginning who has an allergy, right? Only like 7 or 8 of you raised your hand. The rest of you didn't raise your hand. Because most people don't react to allergies. Most people shouldn't react to allergies. Okay? So, then she says these weak conditions are called allergens. An allergic reaction is the immune system's excessive response, Joseph, to a normally harmless antigen. So this, a piece of dust or a kiwi, right, should be able to get into your body and be harmless, cause no harm, right? But something happens. So your immune system, for some reason, gets tricked and is like, uh-oh, this is something bad, I need to fight it off. When your immune system gets tricked, that's when you get your watery eyes, your mucus coming out of your nose and in your ears, and you're sneezing and you're coughing and all of those things. Okay?
Mucus comes out of your ears?
Well, if you get like really clogged ears, yeah.
That's mucus?
Uh-huh.
How can we get?
Mucus
Like
is everywhere
boogers?
inside of you, like boogers, yeah. Go back. We're not done yet. So then she goes on to say pollen, dust, fungal spores, and dust mites are all forms of allergies. She also says some drugs, right? So that's very interesting to think about.
Medicine?
So medicine, right, is sometimes bad for your body. Sometimes your body gets tricked into thinking that medicine is going to hurt you. So then it leads an allergic reaction to the medicine.
Well, I've never seen that kid like that. I've never seen
Can be the
I have.
Every
Can
time
you
you
be
go
allergic-
to the
allergic
doctors,
to
they
the-
ask you.
They ask you, what are you allergic to, right?
So you can be
That's
have
right.
allergic to weed.
You can be allergic to those kinds of drugs as well, yeah. Marijuana, heroin, things like that, you can be allergic to them as well. If your body, anything your body perceives as bad, it'll cause an allergic reaction.
I can't feel that in my body.
Sour.
Okay, good. So, now, we're gonna, yes. We're gonna put everything we just talked about together and try and explain this picture, okay? So here, this yellow thing, we have ragweed pollen, or we just think of pollen from a flower, right? And this is a cell inside your body, right? So then, here is the cell, and here it's making antibodies, right? These blue things are antibodies. And then it looks like this. So the cell has these antibodies on it, right? So what will happen? What binds to the antibodies?
They don't let like the pollen get in.
They don't let the pollen get in?
Like doesn't make or like doesn't make you get allergy reaction.
Okay. Anyone have something different that they're thinking?
Wow.
So let's think about this first. What binds to an antibody? An antibody, what would bind here, right? Something fits in here. It would be like a triangle shape, because that's the way these are shaped.
The sickness,
They have to be the same.
They have to be the same shape.
the sickness, the disease,
What part of the sickness or the disease?
the bad part.
The antigen, okay? So the antigen is binding to the antibody. So the part that sticks out on here is what's going to bind here. So if this cell made antibodies that fit this shape, and the ragweed pollen, let's just imagine it has little antigens that stick off of it that are that shape.
That looked like a star.
Stop.
Yeah.
The next time that pollen comes into our body, it's going to bind.
And what is broken now? And
Listen first.
Oh.
So this is a cell. This is a cell. We have the antibodies here, and we have the antigen binding, right? When the antigen binds, or the pollen can bind, that's when all of these chemicals are released, and that's when you get watery eyes, itchy nose, coughing, and sneezing. So it's when we first see the pollen, or we first see the antigen. It comes in, and then our body makes antibodies, because it's like, what is that? Let's try and fight it off. Our white blood cells don't want it there, so let's try and kill it. So then it makes these antibodies that are the same shape of it, and then the next time it comes in, it can fit right perfectly in it. It has its own little space, right? And when that happens, that's when we get sick. So we don't get the allergy from the first time. We get the allergy from the second time. We see that same thing that shouldn't be harmful. It shouldn't be harmful at all. It should just be normal.
So if you eat one strawberry, you're good, but if you eat another one? Or if
So-
you take 2 bites of the strawberry?
Once your body develops those antibodies to the strawberry, after you have them, and many times you're born with them, so after you have those, you cannot, you will always get the allergic reaction.
I don't understand.
So, I eat strawberry for the first time, and if I was born with the antibodies for the strawberry, then I will get sick right away. If I wasn't, right, I just eat a little bit, but then my body still thinks for some reason that it's something bad that's in there, the next time I eat it, I will get very sick. That's why when you have a baby, right, you're not supposed to give it peanut butter until it's a certain age. You're not supposed to you have to introduce foods very slowly, because you want the body to recognize these foods as good things, not as bad things. Because when they're recognized as bad things, that's when the immune system gets tricked into fighting them off. Yeah. So, anti-allergies, right? We call them antihistamines. Histamine is the science word there. If you want to learn about that, there's a PowerPoint on our website and a worksheet in the practice finder that you can do during work time today. So, what we're going to do today, again, we're going to have everybody talk about why they chose their yeast ingredients. So we have Ashley, Margolin, Javier, Natasha, Nayeli, and Sanjita. Who wants to go first? Ashley. Which one is yours?
La meta.
No, Javier's Oh, this one. So,
No.
Marlon, sit please, let Ashley come up. If you like, so you can come up.
Ah.
So, hello.
Hi.
It was not really hard.
Mama.
I think that's more interesting.
I saw the documentary. So I just chose this because I've always liked these type of things.
It is it.
It's like a kind of sickness that people has that doesn't have a cure. And like people find this kind of weird because like you see this man, he has his arm, it has tree,
Let's look at you.
yeah.
Wait, what?
It's a tree, like his arm looks like a tree because it has like the type of details of a tree or whatever. I don't know how to say it.
Obviously, just know what to call it.
So, if you want to learn about this disease that makes you look like a tree, you would pick Ashley's name, okay? Smiley, you come next. Come.
Take a shower.
It's okay, we'll translate for you. Come down. Come down. Come talk in Spanish.
Okay, hola.
Hello.
Hey.
Javier.
Javier.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Ah, espérate que no confundí con él. Yo cogí este tema porque es muy importante aprender sobre la higiene. Hay mucha gente aquí.
¿Qué tú quisieras que
Ay, ay.
Es verdad.
Okay, we're just listening, we're not commenting.
Katarina said that somebody's body.
Kamar is his name, and they're far enough apart. Keep going, Stanley.
Oh, pues sí. Yo voy a ese tema porque es muy importante saber sobre la higiene. Como muchas personas aquí, encima del gimnasio o algunas personas son muy antihigiénicas y tienen olor, etc.
Good. So if you want to read about why it's important to keep yourself clean and have good hygiene, you would want to sign up for this one. Natasha. No, you say it. English.
Ay, Dios
Right, we're studying diseases, so this is about the human papillomavirus that causes the disease, so you might want to sign up for that if you want to learn about that.
Very nice.
This looks so scary with this on.
Una mosca.
Oh, ya yo entiendo por qué lo consigo.
Ella tiene malaria.
Igualito a ella. Oh, yeah. Ya me parece.
So we're listening right now.
I'm the last
Can you tell Kamar to get a life?
Oh, because I'm telling you this.
So come on, this is what we're doing.
How?
I'm right next to you.
So, no, it's my fault because there was something going on over here, so I had to interrupt you. So can you please start again and just say what you said?
This is about the malaria. This is very important in our country. Disease that
Hold on, does that happen in your country?
no, like old.
No.
Good. You want to go next?
Oye, es de ese que habla.
And then something that.
Okay, let's go.
I choose this group because
Just one?
I choose this video.
Ni siquiera se ve.
Ponlo bien.
Ahí, para que lo vean.
Tienes que sacarlo del plástico.
Para que vean lo complicada que son las mujeres.
So, as the audience, Javier, take a second warning. As the audience, we are not speaking. We are listening. If you can't see, then please move forward, but silently move forward.
I chose it because I was bored, first of all. And second, because in the group I was, that was all they were talking about.
So that doesn't tell us what the reading is about, Javier.
It's about things men should know about females, different parts of the woman's body.
So
Alright.
why girls are crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Marvelyn,
Why girls are
you
crazy?
can say in Spanish, okay?
Girls are bad.
Okay.
I didn't say that. Yeah.
Can you sit down? No, no one's signing up for anything. Until we follow the rules, no one is doing anything. So you're wasting my time and Marvelyn's time right now. So let's all go find a chair. Let's find a chair. Find a chair.
So how?
So again, we are being silent. We are not translating. We are not speaking at all. So now that's your second one.
El sistema reproductivo de la mujer.
What?
1 minute transition.
No. So now, since you guys were very disrespectful, I am going to choose the most respectful people to come and sign up first. And so you will come and sign up when I call your name. So Caroline, please come sign up. Sajida, come sign up. Mija, póngale a Diana, come sign up. Shire, come sign up. Just if you don't have that all put away in 2 minutes, we'll throw it in the trash, okay?
¿Puedo decirte eso algo?
So I appreciate it right now. You're not sure to sign up, so you can. You can.
Yeah, so yeah.
Teresa and Kiara, go sign up.
Help me!
Let's sign up politely and calmly. Siéntate. No, you don't need to stand. Sit. Hi, Emily. Waving to me. Emily, come sign up.
No pillow.
Emily, quickly, come sign up. Amber, come sign up. So, this is one warning for disrespect. If I hear one more terrible word come out of your mouth, it's going to be detention. Marvia can sign up. Heather can sign up. Like, if you can't make a decision, then I'm going to sign up for you.
You should be ashamed.
Vete allá, coño, vete a poner tu mano. No te consigo ningún grupo. No va para allá.
This way.
What's Javier?
Javier's group's already done.
Ah.
Who else can sign up? Nelson and Joseph. Oh, Karina sign up. Tell us what you think was there. Anyone else not sign up?
Ahí no, que ahí no podemos
So, we cannot be in the same group this week.
Ninguno tenemos los dos. Ninguno tenemos los dos.
My gosh, Nelson and Joseph are separated? What on earth?
Ponte ahí también, no les pare.
Ponte ahí mismo.
Ponte ahí mismo.
No te pongas lo mismo, ni ponte ahí mismo en la cara. Ahí, aguanta ahí.
So, what's what, you're gonna sign up? Alright, that's one warning. Everybody else, let's transition into unison. Here, state your names, please.
I'm group E. All the way back here.
Here.
E.
It's too much paper purpose. I'm the master. You don't know how to do it. I'm the master.
I got children already.
You must have been my ex-girlfriend too.
Also.
No.
It's ugly. Go ahead, get it.
Ya.
Todo el mundo está
So everyone should be in their groups with their readings.
¡Yo!